done it! I cannot believe it! I swear you'll never see anything like this ever again!
Hello everyone, we are Through and Goal, a podcast where we talk about football and pretty much nothing else. My name is Sam and I'm joined by Elliot, as always.
Hello.
I didn't need you in that time.
No, you didn't.
You let me down every time and I've stopped it now. That's it, we're finished. How was your week?
Yeah, it was a good week. It seems like things are starting to make their way back to normal in terms of in the football world.
Football, yeah, at least football, yeah.
It was quite uneventful.
Yeah, nothing really big to shout about. Obviously, the Premier League schedule's been released.
It's the first 2 weeks, yeah.
First 2 weeks of football, the list of football, It's just makes me so happy.
Yeah.
And obviously there was an interview with Lee Bowyer on TalkSport, which he revealed quite a couple of interesting thoughts on that.
Yes.
There's been one, I think, big transfer news. One fake one, which I thought was quite funny.
Right.
Yes, he just started to tease everyone, so that was a laugh.
Yes, of course.
We'll get to that one. And then obviously to end the podcast, we just thought we'll chill out a little bit. We'll do a little quiz. Elliot says he's been really, really harsh to me. I think I've been quite nice to him.
Yeah, I feel horrible.
So this is going to really not annoy me. It's not going to make me look good.
You're going to have questions like who's top of the Premier League, and I'm going to have who's 13th in the Belarus second division.
Well, Belarus was the only football that was on at one point, so I should be watching it. So let's start. Premier League is only a week and a half away. Premier League football, it's literally there in a week and a bit away. How are you? Are you excited?
Yes, there's light at the end of the tunnel, isn't there?
That's right, yeah.
It's returning. Obviously, the title's decided. Barring an absolute catastrophe, Liverpool have won the league.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm very excited to see that sort of race for the Champions League spots. I like a good underdog story, and I'd quite like to see a Sheffield United or like a Wolves go into the Champions League, something like that.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure Leicester will have another go in the Champions League for next season.
They seem set on top four, I think, Leicester.
Yeah, there's still that race to decide, and there's still the race of who's staying in the league.
So the interesting thing is, obviously, Norwich are bottom of the league, and I think they are going down. But it's a weird one because I genuinely think, and I saw someone tweet about it not long ago, or someone said it, that they are the best team to be relegated from the Premier League. I've kind of thought about that, and I'm like, yeah, they have, because I remember you were around not long ago, before, it's like in September when Norwich faced Man City, and they were really, really good to watch.
Yeah.
Very good to watch. You know, I think you look at their goal difference, they scored 25, conceded 52, they've got the worst goal difference in the league, and in the history books, yeah, it's probably going to show that Norwich were bottom of the league that season, but I don't think that reflects on how well they've actually been to watch. They're very attacking.
Yes.
You know, they do go at teams.
It's quite refreshing to see a smaller team come into the Premier League and give the big teams, just give them a game, give them a go. And you see, that home game against Man City, they ended up winning it. But they started the season away at Anfield. Okay, they lost, was it 5-1?
Yeah, it was quite...
They lost quite heavily, but they went there and they had a go. And
what exactly?
Fair
Why
play.
not? So in that sense, it's again harsh to say, but I think Norwich are probably down. Unless, again, this time off has done wonders to them. Yeah. Villa do have a game in hand, which can see, if they win that game in hand, will see them out of the relegation spot. Villa are another one of those teams where they've spent big and it's just not worked.
Yeah.
Everyone does it. Liverpool did it at one point. Tottenham did it with the Gareth Bale money. Everton, I think, done it quite recently, and that hasn't really reflected very well. It doesn't work, does it? You need to gel. You need teams to gel, and buying all the best players for all the big money, that if they don't work together in the same team, they're not going to work. Yeah,
they spent a lot of money. I mean, I rate Tyrone Mings.
Yep.
But some of their best players they haven't bought. You look at the likes of, well, obviously Grealish is the one with the numbers, but they've been unlucky with John McGinn being out injured. He's another one that I rate massively.
Yeah. No, I think I agree there. Wesley, the striker, they bought Wesley for quite big money. He hasn't really done too well. No. 21 matches he's played, scored 5 goals.
It's all right, but yeah, you need someone, because he's their record signing, I think I'm right in saying, and he scored 5 goals in a season.
Yeah, you need...
If you're going to be breaking your transfer record, you need to be coming in and hitting the ground running, really.
Double figures.
Yes,
least,
exactly.
And then, like Douglas Luiz, they brought Danny Drinkwater in on loan. He's not been the same since Leicester.
No.
Maybe there's been talk of Kante probably made him look better than he is. I don't know.
Yeah. He plays for two, does Kante?
Yeah, oh, he's so good. Yeah. Pepe Reina as well, they brought him in January. I seem to remember literally just before the breakup of the league, he came rushing out of his goal.
He made a couple
miscued it. Yeah. Did you see as well? I can't remember before he went up for a corner.
And didn't really come back.
He just kind of just jogged back, didn't he? Yeah. He didn't really care, didn't really go for it. Premier League experience, yeah, but...
Yeah, I think they said in consecutive games he'd conceded goals while being out of the box. That's not what you want from your goalkeeper, but
no.
Yeah, he's got Premier League experience, but
I do think the relegation battle is definitely one to look out for. Again, Brighton, they seem to hit the ground running a little bit at the beginning of the season, and they've wholly dropped off. West Ham, Watford, and Bournemouth in 18th, up to West Ham is 16th, all on the same points, and literally. West Ham minus 15 goal difference, Watford minus 17, Bournemouth minus 18. It's close. Yeah, it's still in it. There's no significant.
If you had to predict at this stage, who would be the three that you think would go down?
It's difficult because
it's not an easy one, is it? No,
it's difficult because Nigel Pearson came into Watford and turned them around. He seems to have really done. He won. Did he win Manager of the Month?
I think he did. I think he might have, because he came in and he won a couple of games straight off the bat.
Yeah,
and he's doing a good job. He's a very un-Watford manager as well. They normally get like a manager from sort of Espanyol, somewhere like that.
Yeah, but sack him and then replace him with someone else. Sack him, get the manager they had before him. Sack him.
He's a very hard Brexit manager. From the same sort of school as a Sean Dyche or a Steve Bruce or a Sam Allardyce.
Oh yeah, no, that's fair enough. If I had to predict right now on the spot, I think it's Norwich, Bournemouth, West Ham.
Oh right, I think Norwich, Bournemouth, and Villa. It might be a little bit biased, but I think that Jarrod Bowen is good enough to claw West Ham away from that bottom three.
Well, he hasn't really been playing though, has he?
He nearly scored at Anfield when he came on for only a handful of minutes. Yeah. And I think he might have only been able to start one game before this all happened. But yeah, he scored within a few minutes of starting at home to Southampton, I believe it was.
Since their win at Gillingham, not at all over that. Yeah. But since their win at Gillingham, they've played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games. Yeah. Won 1, drawn 2, lost 7.
Right.
I don't think David Moyes is the manager.
No.
To take them up or keep them up and to build a future with. I don't.
Was the last game before it stopped, was that the Southampton game at home?
No, they lost 1-0 to Arsenal away.
Right, okay.
Then it was 3-1. And yes, Jarrod Bowen did score that game.
Yeah.
Lost 3-2 to Liverpool. I mean, to be fair, they didn't exactly have the nicest games. I mean, no. Sheffield United, Leicester, Liverpool twice, Man City and Arsenal. Yeah. So I get it in the sense that they're probably a bit of a hard done by with the running of games before, obviously, the virus hit. And you look up who they've got to play. So their next game is Wolves, then Tottenham, then Chelsea.
Ooh.
They've still got to play Norwich, Watford, Man United and Villa. All teams that are battling. Not obviously United, but like they haven't been that bad this season. I've got to give them some credit. But you look at the teams like who are hovering around there, Norwich, Watford, Aston Villa, all teams that are fighting. And when I look at the teams, I don't see West Ham winning. I just don't.
That's fair. Out of those three sort of relegation 6-pointers, to give themselves a real chance, they've got to be winning 2, haven't they? Really, because it's those games that make or break a season. Yeah,
no, I'm looking at them. Bournemouth, it's harsh to say, but I think their time in the sun has come and gone now.
Yeah,
I think it's time. I think they are back, and it's a shame because Eddie Howe. There was talk at one point that he could be taking over Pochettino at Tottenham.
Yeah,
because Poch was linked with Man United at a stage last season, and then there was Eddie Howe. I think there was talk of Eddie Howe even going to Arsenal. Like he's a young English manager, and what he's done with Bournemouth with the budget they've had, he's kept them in the Premier League for a good few seasons.
Yeah.
You cannot deny that, and he's done it incredibly well. And if Bournemouth go down and he leaves, I don't think he's going to be short of job offers.
I think you're right on that. Yep.
I think definitely people will want to go for him. But I think, personally, if Bournemouth go down or Bournemouth stay up, I still think Eddie Howe's leaving at the end of the season.
Yeah, I think he's kind of realised that he's taken them as far as he can.
Yeah, I read something on Twitter that was posted on... I read a lot of things on Twitter before the whole coronavirus started, when it happened.
Yeah.
I've had them all saved, ready for this podcast to
Yes.
happen. I read somewhere it's like, they don't know what's worse. Is it worse that Bournemouth are sticking by Eddie Howe, or Eddie Howe sticking by Bournemouth?
Yeah.
And I get it. You know, he has started something at Bournemouth. He's created something. And they were Chelsea's Boca team last year. I don't think Chelsea could beat them. Yeah, and you look at the signings as well that they made. Jordan Ibe, Dominic Solanke. I think they've got Begovic in, didn't they? And it's not worked.
Jordan Ibe, I think, has had one good game for Bournemouth. It was the one game that I went away to Bournemouth with Hull City because we had El Mohammadi playing right back, who he's got a great delivery of the ball, but he's not a defender. And Jordan Ibe absolutely ruined him all day. He just run at him all game, and he was terrified.
So what you're saying is Jordan Ibe was good because the player he was playing against was bad.
Yes. But
not kind of what you want from your record
exactly.
signing, is it?
But
I'll play well only if they're bad.
So I can see Eddie Howe's next move maybe being to a high mid-table team, maybe if Brendan Rodgers were to move on from Leicester or that kind of size, and then have a spell there. But I think long-term, he'll be looked at as Gareth Southgate's successor.
Do you know what? I was honestly about to say to you, I see what you're saying about Leicester, but I think I was looking at more West Ham, Southampton, Everton,
Southampton's
mid-table.
a good shout. Yeah.
But what I was going to ask is that, would you rather see him do that or England under-21s? Because A.D. Boothroyd hasn't exactly... He doesn't seem too keen on it doesn't seem too well for the job.
Yeah.
Whereas Eddie Howe, would you rather see him do that? And then that's what Gareth Southgate did, under-21s manager to England.
I don't see Eddie Howe as being the kind of person who's got a massive ego, but I think he's too big for the under-21s job.
Okay.
I think they'd maybe try and fast-track him up to being the next England manager. He seems to have that same way of managing as Gareth Southgate, that it's all got a sort of... It all starts with, like, the mindset.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
And character. Old Brendan Rodgers loves a bit of character.
He loves a bit of character, doesn't he?
Love a bit of character.
Yeah.
So yeah, the TV schedule was released showing 14... the next 14 games.
14 days.
We got a bit sidetracked, didn't we? Yeah, talking about all the relegation season. But anyway, yes, 14 days of just football. And what's really good to see is a lot of it is free to air. And I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's wall-to-wall football. I can't wait.
Yeah, I know.
I think next weekend will be the last weekend I see sunlight for a little while.
It's good for me, being fair-haired. All I've got to do is think about the sun and I get sunburnt. So the first game back is obviously Aston Villa v Sheffield United. A big game, both ends of the table.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And obviously Man City Arsenal, which could have big implications for the match at the weekend, which would be Liverpool away to Everton. Because if Man City lose and Liverpool beat Everton at Goodison, Liverpool champions.
Yeah.
Here's a question.
Yep.
Get your mind thinking. Would you rather win the league at home, or would you rather win the league at your bitter rival stadium?
I would rather win it away at the rival stadium.
Yeah.
Because I know Arsenal fans go on about it. We won the league at White Hart Lane. Well, they don't use the word white, but they... But yeah, I think it's the ultimate getting one over on your rivals, winning it in their backyard.
I agree with you to that point. I think it depends on the time scale. 30 years they haven't won the league.
Yeah.
You'd think they probably would have preferred it, with fans in the stadium, at Anfield with fans. But I guess the next bit, if you can't win it at Anfield with the fans surrounding you, you win it at Goodison Park. You win it at
an empty Goodison Park. Yeah.
Arsenal fans do go on about that quite a lot. Which, fair enough, they did.
Like, a team wins the league every season, but I can't think of any other occasions apart from that one where it was won at the rival stadium.
Yeah, the actual... No, I can't. Off the top of my head, no.
The only thing that I can think would have been close to that is a couple of years ago when Man City won the league. They very nearly did it at home to Man United, didn't they? Because we were in a bar in Madrid.
Yes. Yeah. Which time? No. No. I do remember that actually, because didn't Pogba score twice to make it?
Yeah. I have a feeling Chris Smalling might have scored as well.
Oh, fair enough. Good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's good. I said this time next week will be pure build up to the Premier League. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
in saying that, obviously we did touch upon it very, very quickly when the podcast ended. We had to re-record, but we could talk a bit more about it now. The Championship is back. It's coming back 20th of June.
20th of June, yeah, the same weekend that all the Premier League's kicking off.
That's right, yeah. And interesting thing to note about the Championship coming back is that there have been some teams that have been quite outspoken about not being happy that this is happening, or the fact that they just weren't given much chance to prepare. Charlton, QPR, Barnsley have all been quite vocal in their dislike of, it's coming back. I think I read somewhere that QPR, said that they only knew about the announcement like 45 minutes before it was announced.
Yeah.
If that's true, that's a bit crap.
I was under the impression that this kind of thing, it would go through meetings, it would get agreed as a league. All the clubs are ready, so then when the statement comes out, they know back to training, back to contact training, whatever it is, and they can just get on with it. Everyone's in the same boat. But if they were all just messaged sort of in a Championship WhatsApp chat, sort of at 8 o'clock last Sunday, oh, by the way, we're coming back.
Get ready.
It just seems a little unprofessional.
Because I don't think they've had too much contact training. I don't think they've had enough time to get it all prepared.
I think it'll be obvious to see when it does return which teams and players have been particularly hard on the fitness and which haven't.
You're not hinting at your own club, are you there, Elliot?
No, I don't know what's been going on behind closed doors at Hull City, but yeah, I'm still worried that relegation's a massive threat.
Someone I feel sorry for so much, and when I watch the EFL show on Quest, whenever that's on, and Charlton lose, Lee Bowyer's face after every game, it's just like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
What am I doing here? What am I doing? And he had an interview on TalkSport where he came out and said that 3 players have refused to play, have coming towards the end of their contract, and they've basically come out and said, we're not going to play. And one of them is probably one of their most important players this season, Lyle Taylor.
Yes.
He's just flat out come out and said, I don't want to risk getting injured. I'm not playing. Sorry. Bye.
Yeah. See,
so harsh.
On one hand, I understand what you said, but on the other hand, I do not agree.
He's still in contract.
You start what you finish.
Yeah.
And like there's been talks this week that potentially Galatasaray are interested, or there's been talks for quite a while that Rangers have been sort of looming around him, which of course would be massive moves, and with no disrespect to Charlton, it's a step up.
Yeah.
But at the very least, he's contracted until the end of June. So
That's
you play those games until the end of June, and at that stage, legally, you can say, I'm not under contract anymore, I'm free to leave. But to refuse to play when your club needs you, I know it's obviously had massive sort of positive implications on Hull City because we play them first game back.
Yeah.
If he was to play out his contract, he would be playing against us in a massive game where the loser drops into the bottom 3. So
yeah, interesting because
but I don't agree.
I think I'm completely with you on that. I think he's got time left on his contract, so he's contracted to play. You're contracted to do a job, you do the job. Yeah. He came out and said, I think in an interview with Sky Sports, so he tweeted or something saying like, I really hope fans don't think of me as for the money. I really hope they think of of what I've done for Charlton. But let's face it, you refuse to play, and Charlton get relegated. They're only going to remember you for that.
Yeah.
They're only going to remember as you jumping ship.
If they're sort of lingering around sort of 12th, 11th place, not going up, not going down, they might think, yeah, okay, kind of understand. What's the point in getting injured for a game that doesn't matter? But these are enormous,
huge games.
You think Charlton were in League One for a long time before they got back promoted.
Yeah.
And there's a good chance now that with him jumping ship, they'll be back there.
Yeah, that's it. I don't think Bowyer will stay in charge past this season. I think he'll see the season out. He didn't want it in the first place, did he?
He's had a very difficult job because, as with a lot of other clubs, Charlton is not getting run the way it should be, and he's just kind of been the fall guy.
Yes, and there was a takeover bid, wasn't there? It was about to happen, and then that completely fell through.
That just went mad.
Yeah, there was talk of them going into administration at that point because they could.
There was talk of just there not being funds.
Yeah.
Not like losing the stadium, losing the players, losing everything.
Yeah, that's just.
I don't know what the latest is on that, but hopefully they can get something sorted.
Yeah, no. So obviously, bias point of view, you know, if you kind of don't want them to get something sorted until after they play Hull. You don't like to see any. You don't like to see any team go through that, like when Bury went through it.
Of course, and Bolton very nearly dropped as well.
Very close, yeah. It's not nice to see. So fingers crossed, yeah. The clubs get run exactly, because I had a fun fact back in like 2005, 2006 season. I think I had a season ticket at Charlton when they were in the Premier League.
Right, yeah.
My granddad just said he wanted me to see all the Premier League players at the time. I was like,
nice.
So we went to all the games, and I've nothing against Charlton. I wish, hopefully they do right.
I'm sure you got good memories from those games.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I saw the Robin van Persie volley. I don't mention that, do I? I don't think. Yeah, I don't think I mentioned that a lot to you. No, I saw that guy. It was brilliant. But yeah, nice. I saw a lot. It was really good. It was really good to see.
One final thing on Lyle Taylor is I don't think he'll be the only one that does this. I just think he's the first that's come out and said it. And I think there'll be a lot of clubs with a lot of players out of contract that, again, maybe have moves lined up that don't want to risk those moves falling through due to injury.
Yeah.
I can see a couple of Hull City players maybe doing that. And I know there's a lot of other clubs with players out of contract, like Sheffield Wednesday, like Luton.
But I reckon only lower bottom half, I reckon.
Maybe.
I don't think you're doing that top half. I don't think Leeds or West Brom players.
No. If you're looking for a promotion, I don't think you risk that Premier League money, personal Premier League money.
Yeah. In line with talking about, obviously, the Championship coming back, Premier League coming back. Most recent cases of, obviously, they've released coronavirus updates. Tottenham were the only case in the Premier League. I think they've done another one most recently, and I think there was 0.
Yes. As of time of recording, it was this evening that they released 0.
And before that, it was just the 1, yeah.
Yeah.
There was another 9 in the Championship, and as of time of recording this afternoon, 2.
2, yeah.
Interesting one to know. I read it and I thought, oh, that's really good. But actually, they've only done 4 clubs in League 1 and League 2. 4 clubs each. Because I read it and I thought, they said 135 staff and players. I'm thinking, that can't be right. But then it's like, 4 League 1 clubs.
Yeah, what's that, 4 players per club? Yeah.
0 out of those 4 clubs in League 1 and 1 in League 2. I'm not sure what is happening with League 2 and League 1 at this moment in time.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I believe, is when they've given the deadline for a decision to be made. Am I right in saying that?
For listeners who are listening on Tuesday, that's yesterday.
Yes, so by the time that you listen to this, there's probably already been a decision made.
We're not going to re-record like we did last week.
Yeah, just re-record before. Yeah, or the podcast might be released a little bit later as we quickly. That's how up to date we are.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed. Yeah, next week we will. That'll be one of the main talking points as well.
Yeah.
Either them coming back or not coming back, or there'll be some sort of playoffs or points per game. It's very up in the air. They haven't really released too much information about that, I don't think.
Yeah. But presumably they're only testing 4 clubs in each league on the chance or off chance that the playoffs will be happening.
Yeah, money as well, I think, plays a big factor in the bottom league.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see what teams they did do at the virus. Would it be the top 4, or are we doing 2 from the top, 2 from the bottom, or is it literally drawn out of a hat?
Don't know. It might be the points per game playoff teams, if I had to hazard a guess.
Up the Gills. Hopefully, you never know.
Yeah.
So yeah, fingers crossed we've got something to talk about next week, and by the time when you're listening to this, you'll be thinking, oh yeah, no, they are back. Yeah, get in.
It seems.
I hope League 1 comes back. I just want to see Gillingham play again.
But it seems the numbers are going down, which indicates that football is slowly but surely returning.
Yes. I don't know about you, Elliot, but one of the biggest, most shocking, I wouldn't say shocking, but made me go, what did that come from?
It's outrageous.
I can't believe it. It's a bit of transfer news that came out this week. Timo Werner has pretty much all but done signed for Chelsea. Yeah,
that really came out of nowhere, because it was it was a matter of time before Liverpool signed him. He's going to Liverpool. Klopp's a big admirer. He's going to Liverpool.
I've literally heard no other club interested in him.
And then Chelsea
probably have been.
Chelsea just come out and seemingly have agreed a deal. Now, I don't think it's done yet, and I wonder if maybe it pushes Liverpool into kind of pushing for the same or higher terms with Werner, something like that. Mm. But it's looking like it's pretty much there. Werner's Chelsea.
It's interesting to know, because they were interested in Havertz. Chelsea, I think, were pretty much the favourites for Kai Havertz.
Right.
obviously getting in Werner, but from what I've read, they're still interested in Kai Havertz.
And there was talk in the week that they've submitted a bid for Ben Chilwell as well.
And they've obviously got Ziyech coming in from Ajax. That was obviously done. So they could have like a completely revamped team next season under Lampard.
Yeah, it seems like maybe Abramovich got bored for a couple of years, but yeah, he seems to have sort of reignited his interest in the club now, hasn't he?
Well, yeah, he's not allowed in England, is he?
No.
Because
But I think getting Timo Werner and Hakim Ziyech for combined around 90 million in this market is unbelievable. I think they're maybe just below world class, but they're bordering on world class. And to get two players of that kind of level for that money in this market, I think is brilliant business.
Yeah, fantastic. It's interesting with Timo Werner going to Chelsea. What does that do to Tammy Abraham? Because he started off really well, I think. Foot off the gas, I think, a little bit towards before the virus happened. He has been scoring some goals this season for Chelsea.
Yeah, and as far as I know, Chelsea play with a 4-2-3-1. So there is only space for the one striker. Now, I don't know whether them seeing Werner available was just too good to turn down, or whether they have got a plan to maybe move on Tammy Abraham, but I don't think he deserves to be moved on yet.
No, you look at Lampard. I know he hasn't had much choice in playing the English youth.
Yeah.
And I know there's that argument that, he's only playing it because he can't buy any players.
Yeah.
There may be that argument, but when you see what he did at Derby, Harry Wilson, Mason Mount, Tomori, like he brought those players in, played them, who got them to a very, very good. He's obviously given them the chance at Chelsea, and I don't think they've really disappointed.
No, I don't think they have at all. I think I wasn't really expecting any of Tomori, Mount or Abraham to make the step up to a top 4, top 5, top 6 Premier League team, but they have. Tomori, I think, he's a starter. He'd be one of the first names on the team sheet. Mason Mount's been getting incredible numbers through midfield of goals and assists.
Yeah.
And he obviously earned himself an England call-up. Yeah. And Tammy Abraham, another one who's earned himself an England call-up and is scoring goals for fun.
Yeah, I think it'd be quite harsh on Abraham, as you said, if they had to move him on. I don't think he'll go on loan again. I think he's kind of done that. He scored 25 oddish goals for Aston Villa last season. I think he's in double figures for Chelsea.
Yeah. Yeah, he's up toward the top end of the top scorers.
Yeah, he's
in the league.
Scored 13 goals this season.
Yeah.
No penalties, so he's up there.
Yeah, he's a good finisher.
Who knows? Maybe, there's a market. It's a young English striker. There's definitely a market.
Yeah. Or maybe you need those two quality strikers to be pushing each other for that starting spot. What a striker to bring off the bench, whoever it is, Abraham or Werner.
Yeah, definitely both game changers in terms of bringing off the bench. I completely agree there.
Yeah.
Talking about Timo Werner and stuff. Just quickly do a quick recap of the Bundesliga action this week. I see Bayern won again. Yeah. Quite comfortable because Leverkusen aren't exactly a walkover side.
They're no slouches, but Havertz was out injured, so it made it a little bit easier for Bayern.
Well, defence, yeah.
But still, they're doing a job. But Leverkusen did score first.
Yeah.
And Munich did what they do. They scored 4 goals and won.
Yeah, they've scored 90 goals this season. They have a goal difference of 60.
I think I've seen that they're the top scorers in Europe.
Oh, are they really?
Which is...
Yeah. No, well, Lewandowski's...
Lewandowski's probably got half of those goals. He's had the season of his career.
He has. Lewandowski has scored 30 goals this season. 30 already. Yeah. Gnabry is second with 12.
Oh, yeah,
Coutinho is third.
Right, okay. I think they've said that they're not going to be playing Coutinho for the rest of the season. He's going to go back to Barcelona.
Yeah, they've not exercised a right
to keep him on.
To keep him, I don't think they want him.
But yeah, they clearly don't need him.
No, and another interesting result from the Bundesliga this week to touch upon is Leipzig drawing 1-1 to bottom of the league.
Another home draw for them, yeah.
92nd minute they conceded.
Yeah, you've got to be winning games like that if you're up top 4.
Yeah,
because there's still a big race for that top 4 for the Champions League spaces.
Yes, Leverkusen and Mönchengladbach, my boys.
Your boys, who lost on Friday.
Yes, Can I still call them my boys? I still call them my boys.
Call them your boys until the Premier League comes back.
But Leverkusen and Mönchengladbach are on 56 points and Leipzig are on 59. So all to play for. Wolfsburg are sixth with 45 points. I think there's a battle for the Europa League in that sense.
Yeah.
Europa League qualification. But yeah, Leverkusen is sat in the Europa League spot. And Mönchengladbach are in the Champions League spot, but only by goal difference. And yeah, Leipzig 59 points, only 3 points in it.
Right.
Leipzig's goal difference is far more superior, though. They have 43 goal difference opposed to Gladbach's 21.
Yeah, I think their attack's unbelievable. They've scored a hell of a lot of goals this season. You think Werner, you think Nkudu, who's assisting, Sabitzer, Patrick Schick, and Poulsen as well, all scoring.
That's right. So I think Leipzig will get Champions League. I think it's fair to say they seem like they're turning into that Champions League kind of side where you think you don't want to face them, but you don't think they'll win it.
It was the Ajax of last year.
Yeah.
Because I remember when the Champions League was still on, messaging you saying I kind of fancy Leipzig as an outsider here.
Yes,
because they were playing very good football. Yeah.
Do you know who they have in the when the Champions League? No, because the second round obviously hadn't played yet, has it? So they wouldn't know who they would have next.
No, they wouldn't know who they had next. They were already through though, weren't they?
Yeah, they beat Tottenham like.
Of course. Yeah, no, I get you.
But yeah, they're interesting. Obviously, Bundesliga might take a little bit of a back seat in the next couple of weeks as the Premier League comes back, which isn't a bad thing. We'll still touch upon it.
I'm sure any big games will still touch upon that, and
obviously La Liga as well. That's back.
Yeah, of course.
That's back next week, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty sure the next podcast we'll be talking about La Liga.
Yeah, no, that'd be good.
Right, we come on to the segment of the podcast. We're going pretty chilled out. We're just going to do a quick quiz. 10 questions each. I'll ask Elliot a question, he'll guess the answer, and I'll obviously tell him what the answer is, same vice versa. Play along if you think you know it. Give it a go, play along with us. Elliot apparently has gone very harsh for me.
Yes, yeah, I have. I feel like I have.
I feel like I've gone quite easy.
Yeah.
So this is going to make one of us look very good and the other one look very bad. Obviously, if I get all your questions right, you get all mine wrong.
Yeah,
that'd be fun. That'd be fun for me. So, who wants to go first?
I'll let you go first.
Okay, that's fair enough. I've gone quite easy. Okay. So, number one, who was Man United manager before Alex Ferguson?
Damn, that is a good question.
Oh, okay. I thought that would have been all right.
I genuinely don't know that.
Really? Okay.
I would hazard a guess at Bobby Charlton.
Is that your final answer?
That's
how we're going to do it here.
I'll go with Bobby Charlton.
That's wrong. It is Ron Atkinson.
Right,
okay. Last manager.
I remember
Notts Forest, I think.
Yeah, I remember Ron Atkinson. I think it was at Notts Forest on his first game. He went into the opposition's dugout.
He did,
was
yes.
That right?
Good old Premier League years.
Yes.
Always shows that clip.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got a chance in this penalty shootout to go one up. Here we go.
Okay, based on that first question, I feel like I might have gone quite fair.
Right, okay.
So yeah, my question number one was, within the first couple of weeks of 2017, Andy Carroll and Olivier Giroud both scored incredible acrobatic goals.
Yep.
Which goalkeeper were they both scored past?
Oh, I think I'm 1-0 up here. I'm 1-0 up. Wayne Hennessy.
It was Wayne Hennessy.
Who has no idea about Nazi Germany. I'll just get in the attention of the photographer while placing my hand over the mouth to make the sound carry Wayne Hennessy.
And somehow the FA bought that.
I can't believe they bought that. It's ridiculous. Yeah. So, okay, nice easy. 1-0 Sam. Oh, hello. I'm looking forward to this.
Okay.
Right, number two. I think it's easy. Who knows? Number two. Who are the two English players to win a Golden Boot at the World Cup? Point for both. You're not going to get up.
Yeah. I'm going to give people a little bit of time so they can think of it, because I'm pretty sure I know it. Of Harry Kane and Gary Lineker.
Yeah, no, fair enough. He's brought it level 1-0. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, this is a hard one. I don't care what you say. This is a hard one. Who was the first Egyptian to score in the Premier League?
Oh my God.
I thought of this question and tried to answer it myself, and I did get an answer, but it was the second Egyptian to score in the Premier League.
I reckon my answer will probably be who you think your answer was.
Right, okay.
My answer is Mido.
Your answer is correct.
No way! Oh my god!
My answer was Amir Zaki
Right.
at Wigan.
No,
that season
me,
that yeah.
He played for Spurs, West Ham, Middlesbrough, I forget a point.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That is a great shout. That's a great answer.
Wow. Okay. Should we stop it
Yeah.
there? I'm happy to stop it there.
I genuinely think that's the hardest one out of all of my questions, and you've smashed
Right.
that. Fair
I've
play.
got both right. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm very proud of that. Number 3. I can't, do you know what? I've peaked. I think if I get every question wrong there, I don't care because I'm happy with that answer.
Yeah.
Number 3. 2005 was the last time English players featured in the top 3 of the Ballon d'Or. Ronaldinho finished first. Who were the 2 Englishmen to finish second and third? Cracking question.
That is a
if
great
I don't say
question.
so myself.
So
You wait for question number 9. That's my favourite question I think I've ever done ever.
Okay. So I've got. I don't know if to go with my gut feeling, which just went straight away. I'm going to go with it. Steven Gerrard and Frank Lampard.
That is correct.
Oh, nice.
Both are correct.
Nice.
What order though? I'm not getting no bonus points for it, but who finished second, who finished third?
I'd guess Lampard went second just because he tended to score more goals than Gerrard.
No, that is correct. I thought it would be the other way around because wasn't that not the season that Liverpool won the Champions League? Or was that not the?
Of course. 2005. 2005 they won. Yeah. Although it might have been done in 2006 for the 2005 games.
Right. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah. No. Fair play. Fair play. You
Decent.
brought it level again. 2-2.
So you should get this one. Otherwise, you're gonna look like a very silly Gillingham supporter.
Oh God. Right. Okay.
Up until when the season stopped, who is Gillingham's top scorer this season?
Is it Mandron?
Is that your final answer?
See, I don't know because every time I've said the answer correctly, you've gone, that is it. You've never asked me if that's my final answer. So now I don't know. You're playing games with my head here. I can't think. Or is it Hanlon? No, I don't think it's Hanlon. I'm going to stick Mandron. Michael Mandron.
It's Brandon Hanlon.
Oh my God! Oh, for crying out loud.
There was Hanlon was on 8, and I think Mandron and I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he was on loan from Charlton, I believe. Began with a J. Don't know how to pronounce his name, but they were both on 7.
Watford, Jubiak. He was on loan from Watford, yeah.
That's it. Yeah, they were both on 7, but Hanlon was on 8.
Oh, sorry, Hanlan.
You
Oh,
get Mido, but you don't get the. You don't get.
yeah. Talk to me about 2005, 2006 Egyptians. But my current team's goal scorer. Oh, I'm out of it.
Not a chance.
Oh, I've missed that. Oh, I felt so bad because I even went, no, it's not Hanlon. Definitely not. Right, okay then. How nice am I going to be? Now that I've just missed that penalty, I think I'm not going to be nice here. I need the exact number, please. How many times has Sergio Ramos been sent off in his career?
Oh, God, like... Is it 6 figures long? I'm going to guess 27.
It's 26.
Oh, no, you're kidding me. No.
Oh, I feel so bad. You were so close. 20. How did you? No, fair enough. He's been sent off 26 times in his career.
I seem to remember from somewhere. Oh, no, this makes it sound even worse. I seem to remember from somewhere that I think he's been sent off 13 times in Classicos.
Wow.
That might be wrong. But that was just what came into my head.
I wouldn't. If you told me that, I wouldn't not believe you.
I thought I'd go twice as much plus 1. Should have gone the plus 1.
Oh, it's the plus 1. It's the plus 1 that's got you there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. But okay.
Yeah, my number 4. What nationality is Miguel Almiron?
Oh, you. Oh. Oh, you. It's South American.
I'll give you that. It is South American.
Okay, well, next question.
I was debating when writing that question, do I call him Miguel or Miggy? Because I know it was Miggy Almiron.
I want to say... Right, okay, it's my final answer. I don't think it's right, but I'm going to say Paraguay.
You've got it right. You have got it right.
Oh, my God.
Miguel Almiron is Paraguayan.
Wow. Do you know what? For some reason, I was thinking it was a choice between Colombia and Paraguay. And how much of a nerd I sound. Looking at his FIFA card, I just don't remember seeing a Colombian flag there.
Right.
And yeah, the other one was Paraguay. Oh, Brilliant. So what's that?
You're 4 out of 5, I believe, because
4 out of 5, and yeah,
you're
you're
3
3
out of 4 so far.
Oh, and you're 2 out of 4.
Right, yeah. Well, that's only because you were extremely harsh on that last question.
Well, I'm sorry, but if you would say if you'd not added the +1, you would have been like, "Oh, great question."
Yeah.
All right, question number 5. How many Champions Leagues has Zlatan Ibrahimovic won?
0.
Ah, nice. No, fair enough. Yeah.
I tell you what, I might not have got that yesterday, because today BT Sport put on their Twitter of the best players. I think it was BT Sport put up the best players who have never won the Champions League.
BT Sport ruining it.
Yeah. And I think the best out of all of that list was Ronaldo.
Brazilian, yeah.
R9. Then Buffon, yeah.
Yeah, I see what. When you look at the teams that Ibrahimovic has, he's played for both the Milans, he's played for PSG and Barcelona. I'm very surprised that he missed the Champions League winning teams of those teams. That took me by surprise, but no, 0. So fair euros.
My number 5, I know the answer to this because I was applying for every game at the Euros that I possibly could. Okay. So the Euros were due to start this Friday. Where was the opening game going to be held? Which city?
Right, I'm ruling out London because that's like the quarters and semis and finals.
Yeah, we've got the latter stages.
Yeah. So I'm going to say something. City. I'm trying to figure the host countries. That would be like, group stage worthy, if you get me.
Yeah. I definitely did apply for tickets for this. I didn't get any, but...
Milan.
Close, but not right. It's Rome.
Oh, come on. I'm always in the right ballpark.
Yeah, you were close, but
unfortunately
wrong.
What stadium's that? Is that Roma or Lazio?
I think it's the Olympic Stadium.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Right, okay, Rome. Got to Bilbao next year. Don't think we've mentioned that.
I'm not sure we have, actually, to be fair.
No, to be fair, no.
Yeah, we're going to Bilbao for a knockout stage game, which is probably going to be Belgium against somebody else, so it should be all right. Yeah.
I've gone along the same vein in your Jingan question. I've got a whole question here for you.
Oh, okay.
I've kind of combined 2 questions into one because they both have the same kind of theme to it.
Right, okay.
So, who is Hull City's record appearance holder and record goal scorer in the Premier League? 2 different players, just disclaimer. So, who's record appearance holder and who is the record goal scorer for Hull City in the Premier League?
See, I was right. I'd had it in my head until you said in the Premier League.
That's why I did that. Because I had a feeling you would know in general.
Yeah.
But the niche subject of just the Premier League.
Oh. I'm thinking out loud here. I'm not giving this as my answer, but my first thought on the appearances is Curtis Davies, because I'm thinking of the ones that played the 2 seasons we were back in the Premier League, and then the 1 season we were only up for a season.
Okay. So
Curtis Davies would be 1. Dawson only played 2 seasons. McGregor didn't play that whole season. We were only in for 1 season. Now, goal scorers. Oh, that is a tough one. I'm going to lock in Curtis Davies as the appearances.
Okay, smart. I'm not going for the goal scorer.
Goal scorers. Oh, actually, it might be Tom Huddleston.
Need to know what you're locking in.
I'll go with Curtis Davies as the appearances, and simply because I can't think of a better answer. It's out of Abel Hernandez or Nikita Jelavic. I will go Abel Hernandez.
And that's your 2, yeah?
Yeah.
Locked in. Dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
So, the record appearance Premier League holder for Hull City is El Mohammadi.
Oh, right, of course. Yes. Yeah, he was one that played both times. Yeah.
And the record appearance, the record goal scorer in the Premier League for Hull City is Nikita Jelavic.
Oh, I went the wrong one. Yeah, he was a
both good shouts, to be fair. You were in the ball.
I had the right
ballpark.
criteria.
But no, El Mohammadi. This is from stats from the official Premier League website. El Mohammadi has the most appearances, and Jelavic. You can redeem yourself. How many goals? Who is Hull City's record goal scorer with Nikita Jelavic? How many goals has he got? You won't get a point. I just redeem yourself.
Let's go 14.
12.
12. I don't think you have gone easy now, and I eased up on the last few questions.
I went harder on my last ones.
So, my question 6, which is a relatively easy one, I think. Who won the League 2 title last season?
Oh.
Okay, maybe it's not quite as easy as I thought it might be.
No, that's a good question. Was it Bury? No, I think they finished second. I want to say Bury finished second. Don't think they won it. I don't remember them being champions. League 2. No, that's a good question, that, because I'm trying to think of who went. Oh, no, I was going to say. Oh. Right, okay. I'm going to lock in an answer.
Yep.
Is it Lincoln City?
Yes, it's Lincoln City.
Do you know what? I was this close to saying Luton, like really close to saying Luton, but I was like, no, they went from the League One to Championship.
To the Championship, yeah.
And I was like, oh no, hold on, Lincoln. I'm pretty sure. And am I right in saying Bury finished second?
I think they did, yeah.
They did, yeah.
Yeah, and then they went up, everything went wrong, and all their players went to Plymouth, who are also looking like they're getting promoted. But for any conspiracy theorists, Sam isn't cheating. I can see him on the video call. He's not looking at his phone. I can see. I mean, I think he's fluking a few, but he's not cheating.
What ones have I fluked? What ones have I fluked? Go on. I've given an explanation for each one.
Yeah, no, fair.
I think Elliot's quite bitter. Okay, so here we go to, I think, the harder ones.
So this is where you toughen them up, okay? As I think I'm behind.
I'm so sorry. Right, okay. We all know David Nugent is a prolific goal scorer for England. On the line, goal. Yep. Who was it against, though?
Again, I think I'm going to go with just my first instinct, which was Andorra.
Nah, your instincts worked for the first time there, yeah?
Yes.
Andorra, 3-0. Euro qualification didn't matter in the end because he didn't qualify. But
who assisted David Nugent's goal?
Jermaine Defoe. I would hate to have been Jermaine Defoe.
Yeah.
One game, one goal. David Nugent, prolific. Yeah, 100% goal record.
He's still playing. He deserves a call up.
Well, he has done amazingly for Preston.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't. No. So my number 7, which you might know, but yeah, you might know it. Which player has won the most trophies in their career? This is international and club. Right.
You know when you say you might know, you might not, isn't that the whole point of a quiz?
Yeah, that is kind of what quizzes are. Yeah.
Well done on getting the tagline for every quiz ever.
The chase. You might know it, you might not.
The most prolific, international. So now, it's interesting that you've mentioned international, because I would have said someone like Ryan Giggs. Because he's pretty much won everything there is to win.
Yeah. And also, it was on our quiz last night of who won the most Premier League titles.
So is that the answer, Ryan Giggs?
No, it's not. It's not Ryan Giggs. It's not Ryan Giggs.
So
this isn't just Premier League as well. This is world football. But you'll obviously know the name. You'll know the name.
That's a good question, because I'm trying to think of.
Try to think of players who have played for big clubs and big countries, aren't you?
Yeah, well, my initial thought was Cristiano Ronaldo.
Right.
Because he's won the Euros, but then when you look at the titles he won like 4 champions. He's won 5 Champions Leagues, I think, or he's won 4 in a row.
Yeah.
No, he's won 5, I think, hasn't he? He won 1 with United and then won 4 with Real Madrid.
Yes, he must have.
He's won countless like Copa del Rey's. I'm pretty sure he won the title for Juventus. Do you know what? I think I've got a couple of question buffer on you.
Okay, so
I'm going to say Cristiano Ronaldo.
That is incorrect.
Okay.
It is Dani Alves. Of course, he's played
Barcelona.
He played in that peak Barcelona under Pep Guardiola. Yeah. He then went on to PSG, won everything you could in France.
Yeah.
And obviously Brazilian. he's won like international tournaments with them.
Oh yeah, of course. Okay, no, that's fair enough. I wouldn't have guessed that. That's a good question actually. Yeah, because you don't really think you think of Dani Alves, and you think fair enough. Yeah.
In similar one, I think he might have been third on the list. Was someone who you would have never got, but you probably know the name of Maxwell. He was the left back
Brazilian
at the time
left back,
at Barcelona, but Dani Alves was on the right. And he had the same career move to PSG and then plays for Brazil. But you'd have never.
Not a chance would I've ever guessed Maxwell. No. Right, we come on to question number 8. Who is Leeds United record signing?
See, I think I know this because I looked it up because I was going to stick in one about record signings.
Cheat.
I was going to put one in about record signings, but I couldn't find one kind of obscure enough.
Yeah.
And so I believe Leeds United record signing is Rio Ferdinand.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, Rio Ferdinand from West Ham, like 18 million or something like that.
Yeah.
No, fair play.
Yeah.
Good for you.
So, actually, I did find a record signing obscure enough because it's my next question. I should have just looked at my screen.
Yeah. How do you go, I was going to, but I can't find one obscure enough. Question number 9. Oh, wait. Question number 8. Oh, yeah.
So, question number 8. Who is Sheffield United's record signing?
I want to say... There's 2 that I want to say.
Right.
One's Musette, whatever his name is. And the other one's that centre mid that they have. I think it's from Denmark.
Okay.
Is it? Oh, he might be English. Bit of a difference, but one of the 2. Musette was the first name that stuck in my head, so I'm going to go with him, Musette.
No, I think it was the other one that you were thinking about, Sanderberg.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah, he's, I think it was about 22 million from Genk.
Right.
Big, strong defensive midfielder. And I seem to remember he has a very good chant about him.
Right.
The amazing chant about him, which I think was made by Billy Sharp on the WhatsApp group, which was then tweeted out by Sheffield United, was to the tune of She's Electric by Oasis.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible chant. I've seen videos of it. Like, I think they won away at Crystal Palace and you've got the players on the pitch singing it with the fans. You've got Sanderberg almost sort of shying away from it.
You're going to home a tune, Elliot? You're not going to give us a little bit of a...
No, I'm not going to have a little sing-song.
Oh, that's a shame.
If you want to find it, then I'm sure we'll put it out during the week.
Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. Or if you want to get a real intimate version, get Elliot a couple of shots of tequila and he'll sing anything. Trust me, he will sing anything.
Rapper's Delight. Sugar Hill Gang.
That is your fun
That's
fact
the
about
go-to.
Elliot. His number 1 karaoke song is Rapper's Delight.
Good song.
You do it justice, I'll give you that.
Yes.
My favourite question.
Okay. Oh yeah, you've been hyping this one up.
My favourite question is: Sunderland won the league in 1936. Yeah. It's always good when you come up with that. Sunderland won the league in 1936. What is significant about that win that has not happened since?
That's a hell of a good question. My first thought is that maybe it was during a season that got voided, but I'm just as a pure guess, I'm going to say it was decided on a playoff.
To be fair, that's an educational guess, which sounds more reasonable than the actual answer.
Right, okay.
The answer is no team wearing a striped kit has won the league since.
Oh, wow.
I Googled it. I went through everything and I'm like, not shot. Oh, yeah. Blackburn, obviously, they're half and half.
Yeah.
With their kit. But a striped, kitted team has not won the league since 1936.
It's going to be ironic that the next team that does it is Newcastle with Mbappe and Neymar up front.
Yeah, Bale on the wing, Mbappe, Neymar.
Yeah. No, that is a good question. That's a good question.
There you go. There's a fun fact. Next time everyone's at the pub, you can have that one. I'll give you that. That's on me.
Nice. So my number 9 is: who were the 2 teams And what was the final score in last season's League One playoff final? Now, I think it was at this stage that I started thinking I might have gone too hard on you, so I'll really ease it up. Because I think you might know this.
Do actually think I know this.
Yeah.
It was Sunderland and Charlton, and Charlton won 1-0.
Incorrect.
What?
Charlton won 2-1, because if you remember, the keeper messed up big time with a back pass, like 3 minutes in.
Oh, I remember them scoring like in like the 90th. They scored like final kick of the game, but for some reason I had that down as a 1. I don't. Was that not? That might have been the League 2 playoff. I'm thinking there,
right?
Because that was also like last kick of the game.
Yeah,
but no, I do remember. Yes, it back that back. Yeah, the Charlton Twitter went, "What just happened?" Wait,
yeah,
what?
Yeah, because we were watching it together up at yours.
Yes,
and I seem to remember Sky had cut to a replay or something, and it came back, and the ball was in the net. It was like, what's gone on here? It's the playoff final.
Was, yeah.
No, that was
2-1
okay.
now.
Yeah,
Right,
it's 2-1.
Final question: who is the most capped Englishman to never score for England?
So my first thought is goalkeeper.
Okay, let me rephrase. Who is the most capped outfield Englishman to never score for England?
Well, it's not David Nugent. That is a good question. My first thought was Ashley Cole, but I'm pretty sure he scored in a penalty shootout, but I'm not sure whether he scored. I'll go on the other fullback. I'll say Gary Neville.
Okay, is that your final answer?
That's
Locked
my
in?
final answer.
Dun, dun.
Locked in. Dun, dun, dun.
Elliot.
Oh no, it was Ashley Cole, wasn't it?
Ashley Cole.
Oh, no.
Ashley Cole.
Oh,
so sorry. Yeah,
I was
Ashley
excluding penalty shootouts.
No, when you said he scored in a penalty shootout, I'm thinking, I don't think they count.
Did he miss? Oh no, he missed. He missed. Him and Ashley Young missed against Italy.
107 appearances he made for England, didn't score a single goal.
Could learn a thing or two from David Nugent.
What, just stand on the line and wait for someone to
just goal hag it. So my final question, I think you should get. I think it's probably the easiest out of my lot, which is in the 2008 Champions League final when Man United beat Chelsea on penalties. Which city was it hosted in?
Moscow.
It was Moscow.
Moscow, yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 out of 10.
Unless I've calculated this wrong, I think you've only got 6. I think you only just beat me by 1.
Oh, okay, that's a bit closer.
So
Let's recalculate, yeah.
You got Wayne Hennessy, 1.
Yep.
Mido, 2.
Yep.
Miguel Almiron, Paraguay, 3.
Yep.
You didn't get Brandon Hanlon.
Nope.
You didn't get Rome.
No.
You got Lincoln.
Yep.
So that's
4.
4. You didn't get Danny Alves.
No.
You didn't get Sander Burge.
No.
You didn't get Sunderland. You didn't get the score on Sunderland Charlton, and you got Moscow. So yeah, actually, you got 5. It's a draw.
I got 5. Oh.
I thought you were steaming ahead of me.
Oh, I told you, didn't I? I told you I peaked, and then I
Yeah.
just came back down. I take back what I said. Now I wanted to win. I thought I won, and I didn't. Right. That we've got to make that maybe a monthly thing. We've got to make that a competition between us two.
Yeah.
Football quiz. So right now we're currently drawing 0-0.
Yep.
I won. Also, we'll say 1-0 because we did both. We did both
1-0.
get
Yeah.
some good answers in there.
Yep.
But yeah, that's the end of the quiz. I thought I did better there, but hey ho. Hopefully everyone who's listening did all right. Let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know what you got. Feel free to give us a tweet. See if you did well, better than us. And so we come on to No Context News to end the podcast, a segment where me and Elliot challenge each other to find the most random news headlines from around the world that really make us think. I don't know what Elliot goes for. Elliot doesn't know what I go for. We just say the news headline and end the podcast. This week is Elliot's turn. Elliot, you take it away.
Yes, so this week's comes from Hull Live, and the headline is simply, Emotional Grandma dressed up as blow-up dinosaur hugs grandsons once again.
Aww.
It's quite nice, but then there is a picture of an old lady in a blow-up dinosaur outfit, which is quite funny.
I thought that was quite sweet. That's one of the sweeter ones, better than last week's.
No machetes this week. So, yeah, that's the end of this week. We'll be back again next week. I've been Elliot.
I've been Sam. Please follow us on Twitter on TO Gold Podcast. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.
We've had a lot of new Twitter followers this week, so thanks for that. I think we've just gone over 200 followers today.
We do very, very much appreciate all the feedback and all the love we've been getting. It has meant a lot, and we've just, it's made us absolutely raring to go. So thank you so much for listening. Please, if you like what you hear, subscribe. We'll do these every Tuesday where you get your podcasts, and we'll see you next week.
We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.